I mean, the best thing you can do is just work on your immune system. Like, that's what Joe keeps saying, too.
Yeah,
is like, nobody's talking about that.
A lot of vitamin D, vitamin C.
I've got vitamin D sitting right on the counter.
Did you hear that somebody was making fun of him? He's like, you're the only person that can get vitamin D sold out in stores.
That was Bill Burr.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, and then some guy had to go on his podcast. He goes, I was going to get some vitamin D, and then some guy had to go on his podcast and talk all about it, and now it's off the shelves.
Could you imagine that? Like, having that much...
influence?
Yeah, to like be able to just be like, hey, don't, or go buy this, and everybody's like, okay.
Yeah.
That's and it's so funny too, because like I was on the Joe Rogan kick. I mean, when I lived in Nashville, so like 6-7 years ago, even, you know what I mean? And like now seeing everybody talk about him, it's kind of funny. It's like, I just started watching Joe Rogan.
I'm just as guilty as anybody.
I know, but it's he does such a good job because he has both sides. He doesn't seem to pick favorites. You know what I mean?
He's very open. He's open-minded.
Mm-hmm. But he does pick his friends a lot to come on the show, and that's what I like, though, because he has a good time talking to them.
Kind of like me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know any experts to bring on the show yet. I'm sure maybe maybe I'll get down the line and...
Well, at first, I mean, how many episodes did he have where it was just him and Red Band, like, you know what I mean, and Joey Diaz?
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about putting hot sauce on something.
Yeah, no, I mean, as long as it's having fun and whatnot, you know, it's good. It's cool that he has episodes that it's, you know, just entertainment, him and his friends just bullshitting. Yeah. And then a lot of them are, you know, he'll have experts on where they can discuss real topics.
Or, like, you'll have to watch somebody you weren't willing to, like, even, like, listen to at first, and then you, like, hear him talk or whatever. You know, like, Cameron Haynes or whatever. It's like, I wasn't into running or working out really much before I heard him, like, talk and stuff like that, and then I found out that there's 200-mile runs and stuff like that, and, like, that's insane. You know what I mean? Like, and then you start to pique your interest in things that you thought you wouldn't be cool with, or, you know, like bow hunting, or you know, there was one guy who was talking about sleep on there a couple years ago. There was one recently, but he talked to somebody else about sleep, and I was blown away by like how important sleep is. You know what I mean? And then you start being aware of stuff too. It's kind of cool. I've
definitely got introduced to quite a few different people through that show, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, or Eric Weinstein,
Graham Hancock. Have you ever listened to any of his stuff? Graham Hancock in West. I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah,
Anthony West. Anyways, they talk a lot about like how there might have been civilizations before the humans right now. You know, like human civilizations before. Not necessarily like aliens coming and being gods to us, but like humans have been around. You know, like Atlantis was like a civilization that peaked and then collapsed or whatever. And I think that kind of stuff. You know, I mean, there's a guy, Robert Schoch. I don't know if you listen to him. He talks about...
Sounds familiar.
He's, I think, a geologist, something like that. But he talks about how, like, the Sphinx is, like...
older than it...
Yeah, actually is because of the rain... what do you call that? Erosion on the from the rainfall and stuff like that. And he's like, it hasn't happened...
Based on when the rain falls every...
10,000 years. It was like, the Sahara hasn't had rain for 10,000 years. So it's like it had to have been made before that, because it wouldn't have erosion unless it was built before it was a desert. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. So it's kind of interesting.
That's crazy.
That kind of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely... You get introduced to a lot of different people that you wouldn't normally see anywhere else.
Yeah.
So... And I did want to make that point, too, that... for so long, there was, and I'm sure you remember, me poking fun at your obsession with Joe Rogan,
I know.
And now I'm that person.
I know, it's funny too. It just kind of makes me happy on the inside.
Oh, though, for sure. No,
like,
and
but like, you know, when we'd watch
fights.
UFC, and you'd be like, "There's Joe Rogan," and I'm
there's
like,
your boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
And now, I'm the one who,
It's so funny too, because he's just like, I don't know, he's just a little dude. You know, he's fit and everything, but he's just a little guy. He wasn't very popular for a long time. He just kept doing his own thing, and that's what I think I like him so much, is because he just decided to do what he wanted when he wanted. He did Fear Factor for money and stuff like that, but he generally was like, I'm gonna, you know, do my own thing, and you know, it doesn't matter if I'm famous or not, you know.
And even still, he's he doesn't act like a famous person.
No.
He doesn't come across as like...
His friends make fun of him because all he wears is jeans and a t-shirt. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of stuff. Like,
He's just a normal guy who has...
Do you know why he does that, though?
Why?
Because so he can fight people. Like, so if he gets into a fight, he can, like, fight. Like, you know what I mean?
I did hear that.
It's so ridiculous.
I don't remember who said it.
Who thinks like that? Like, everybody is a threat. Like, I mean, which... At some degree, yes, I guess. Like, you know, somebody could always be a threat, but it's like
that's so funny.
It's so funny. Like, he won't wear, you know, like sandals or whatever because you have to have tennis shoes so you can kick somebody in the face. Basically, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. It's just funny.
So somebody brought that up, saying they went on a hike with him and he was wearing something, or he commented on the other guy's outfit.
Well, he jokes with if they wear ties. He's like, somebody just kill you.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Why would you wear ties? Like. It's a nice event.
Oh, that's where I heard it, and I'm sure you heard it in the same spot. Was Two Bears?
Yeah,
they were talking about it on Two Bears.
Probably, yeah.
Talking about how
recently rereheard that because he talks about it too, though. Yeah,
a tie is it could just be used against you to choke you out.
I know, but it's like why would you wear that to this event? Well, it's a black tie, flat blue jeans ball or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like why wouldn't I? I don't know. It's just kind of funny.
I like how Joe doesn't really do. He just does what, like you said, whatever he wants. He doesn't go on shows. He just does his own show. He doesn't really go on other people's shows because he doesn't feel like he has to.
Tosh doesn't do anything like that. He never has interviews or anything.
Promotions or anything.
No,
like
and I actually like him for that.
Yeah.
I mean, he may be a little pushy or like too offensive sometimes. I don't care. But
that's comedy.
Yeah, some people. Yeah, but like to me, I think it's cool that he's just like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna do my shows, and if you want to come, you'll come, and if not, then that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to like go on Jay Leno or whatever, Jimmy Kimmel or whatever, and promote it. Some people feel differently, and that's fine too.
Well, and it's funny too because Joe kind of broke the mold in saying that I don't have to do this, and look how famous I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just all about word of mouth.
Well,
essentially.
It's even like Joey Diaz and them, like they don't work Sundays or whatever. Like even Joe Rogan talks about that. It's like don't work the days you don't want to work, and he's like, people told me I had to work Sundays for comedy because it's a good day or whatever. He's like, no, I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's like I can make money on other days. Or It's like it's true though. It's like it's with anything. I mean, you should stand up for yourself, but also at the same time you have to kind of follow, with work and stuff like that, because most people don't get the choices.
Well, in the end,
I mean, you can strive to be famous or whatever, but some people don't want to be famous, don't want to be on a podcast. You know what I mean? They just want to work and stuff. Mm-hmm. But just fight your little battles, I guess. Is what I'm saying.
For sure.
But
yeah, the Joe Rogan thing that kicked off my kick for just all podcasts. Like then it just like the avalanche started falling,
I know.
And then now here we are doing that.
Yeah.